What's up, you guys? It's Brandi. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Today I'm coming on to do a foundation face-off video that I'm super excited about. I kind of mentioned doing this video in my e.l.f. video for the foundation review, and I asked you guys if you were interested in seeing me do this on camera, and a lot of you guys said you were, so today is the day. What I'm going to end up doing is putting one foundation on one side of my face and the other on this side of my face, and we're just going to compare them. I'm going to wear them all day long, then come back on tonight and let you guys know what I think about these two foundations. Now, I've already done a review on both of them, so if you guys want to check out those reviews first, definitely click the little eye on either one of these sides, and I'll also link them in the description box below so you can just see what my initial thoughts were on the foundations before we do this video. So what I want to do first is just remind you guys what the claims were for both of these foundations. We're going to be doing the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation on one side, and we're going to be doing the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation on the other side. So going to the Sephora website, I'm going to read to you what the claims are for Nars. This foundation retails for $49 and you get 1 fluid ounce. On the website, it says that this is an oil-free foundation that delivers full, natural-looking coverage with 1 drop for lightweight 16-hour wear. This foundation is highly pigmented and leaves a natural-looking finish. Perfectly balanced, this breakthrough full coverage formula builds and blends effortlessly. Sweat and humidity proof, it instantly neutralizes redness and dullness while it works to reduce discoloration for more even, uniform skin. Perfect for all skin types, it features weightless long-wear technology, an exclusive blend from Nars with flexible polymers and treated pigments that move with the skin while providing 16 hours of staying power. That is a lot. So now I'm going to go to the e.l.f. website, and this is for the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, which does have SPF 15 in it. This retails for $6, which is amazing. And it has very little claims on here. It says, enjoy full coverage with this oil-free foundation that blends and protects. This UVA UVB SPF 15 foundation is combined with a semi-matte finish that creates a flawless look for everyday wear. And that is pretty much all it says on that website. Now, I do recall that this foundation gave me a similar finish to the Nars, and it did wear long throughout the day. So I'm hoping that it's going to be around that same, experience. So they're very similar in terms of how they look. They both have this like frosted glass body to them and the black top. This top is a little bit better, and it feels more quality than this one here, but you guys can see it definitely looks very, very similar. So what I'm going to end up doing is using a brush to apply both of the foundations. I'm going to use my Morphe M439 on one side, and I'm going to use this Morphe Y6 brush on the other side. Now they are different. This one is more so a flat top kabuki, and this one is like a rounded foundation brush. So hopefully that won't, ruin the results at all. I actually haven't even used this one yet, so I'm excited to see how this one performs. Now, I've already primed my skin. I just used a little bit of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer just because I didn't want too much of a primer. I'm not going to make it matte. I'm not going to make it extra dewy underneath my foundation because I want to really see how it works. So I am going to shake this up. Now, that's one difference between the two. This one is very watery compared to the e.l.f. The e.l.f. foundation has more of a thick consistency, whereas this one is super watery. So you have to make sure you really shake it up well. Then go ahead and put a few pumps. Actually, this seems to be a little bit thicker than I remember it, or maybe I just never shook it up that well. So it's pretty light for my skin right now, but we're still going to go ahead and try to make it work. So I'm just going to put this all over on this side. This brush actually works better with this foundation compared to the Morphe because it definitely applied it really easily. So this is the Nars All Day Weightless Luminous or All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation on this side. I'm going to just try the caramel first because I feel like this shade actually might be closer. Actually, no, this looks really light compared to the Nars. I'm going to have to add a little bit of the Coco shade to this one and kind of like do a little concoction of some sort. So this is the consistency of the e.l.f. foundation. Now the shade is still not perfect, I don't think, but I'm going to go on because the caramel shade is very cool tone in terms of the undertones. It's not as warm, and neither is the Coco shade, to be completely honest. So we're going to try to make it blend out and work. This is also drying pretty fast as well, just like the Nars. It blended out a lot faster to me compared to the other side. So they actually look pretty similar. The shades are not bad. They're not that far off. I'm pretty surprised. Now the finish of them is looking very, very similar. This side with the e.l.f. is a little bit more dewy right now compared to the Nars. Now they're both still pretty sticky right now too, so I think I'm going to end up setting them just slightly with a translucent powder after I do the rest of my face. This is like a nice clean base. I'm really liking it so far. I normally get those forehead indentations or lines with the Nars, so I'm going to see if that happens on this side and also see if it happens this time with the e.l.f. But they both look really, really good. They both gave me the same amount of coverage as well. And I think I used about 2 pumps of the caramel and then 2 really tiny pumps of the Coco and the e.l.f. in order to get this coverage and consistency. So not bad. I'm going to go and finish the rest of my face, then come back on and let you guys know how everything else applied and if I have anything else to say about this foundation. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I've now finished the rest of my face, and I would have to say I am not seeing much of a difference at all just looking at my face in terms of these two foundations. The shade match is like perfect. I can't even believe that I was able to pull it off, especially with that e.l.f. foundation with having to use 2 different ones. I will say the first thing that I've noticed so far is I did set just the areas of my face where I didn't use highlight or any type of contouring shades. I set it with translucent powder, so that's pretty much just this area right here. And I will say that I'm already noticing a little difference is the fact that the Nars side, which is over here, compared to the e.l.f. side over here, it is a little bit more sticky on this side even after using the translucent powder. And this side right here just feels like a nice powdery finish. So I don't know why that's really the case, because it just seems like the Nars is going to end up transferring just because of the feel of it. But everything else applied really nicely. And one thing that disappointed me about both of these foundations so far is I tried to use this right here, which is a cream contour. It's the Milani Contour and Highlight Cream and Liquid Duo. I tried using this and put it in like all my usual areas where I contour, but it was the hardest trying to blend this out with the Beauty Blender. So I would definitely not recommend using any types of cream contours when using these foundations. They both set at first or felt really matte on the skin and kind of drying to me, and that's just because I didn't use any type of moisturizing primer like I normally would with these products. So I ended up having to like spray a lot of my Fix Plus just to get it to settle and meld a little bit better with my skin. And also, what's a little bit disappointing, I'm already seeing forehead lines a little bit up here, and I think that's just primarily due to the fact that I shouldn't have used hardly any product on my forehead. Normally, like, I don't even know why I use a whole lot of product there, because I don't really have many blemishes and it's nothing really wrong with it. I just like to have like an even base. But I would definitely say not to really put much of this on your forehead if you suffer from the same thing that I do in terms of the forehead lines. But everything else, like, this is such a nice base and finish. I'm just blown away already. I am having like really high hopes for the e.l.f. foundation because I want it to be a great dupe or even perform better than Nars, because I'm always down to save a few coins. This hair is like killing me right now. I feel like I like it because it's carefree, but it's driving me crazy because I keep having to like play with the shape of it. By the way, this is a twist out that I took out a little bit too early. I've been working out and my twist got wet again, and I ended up taking it out, and it gave me a lot of frizz, but it gave me a lot of volume too, so kind of liking it a little bit. Anyway, this is going to be our starting point for this foundation. It is now 12:23 p.m. So I'm going to try to keep these on for as long as possible so I can really see how long they last. I will check back in with you guys at the end of the night to let you know how both of these foundations are holding up. So I will see you later. Okay, you guys, I'm back. It's now the end of the night. It's 11:54 p.m. And if you guys remember, I put everything on my face around 12:30 today, so it's been almost 12 hours. Can you believe it? I cannot believe I kept this foundation on for this long, but I just want you guys to first off look at my face. So I just have to say, in my opinion, there is no difference between these two foundations at all in terms of how they wear. They both look the exact same to me. I got a little bit oily on both sides, I would say, definitely like around this area, around my nose, and also on my forehead. But in terms of the foundation itself, it hasn't worn off anywhere. My pores aren't accentuated at all. I don't have any settling into my fine lines. Even my forehead like mellowed out a little bit where there aren't any lines at all. It is a little bit oily and shiny at this point, but I didn't use any type of mattifying primer. I just used a smoothing primer, so these are kind of like my natural oils building up. Now, in terms of the Nars, the claims for that, it says it's supposed to be 16-hour wear. I definitely don't think I could go any longer unless I blot a little bit. Earlier today, maybe around the 5-hour mark, that's when I started seeing my oils peeking through a little bit, and I did blot really lightly, and there wasn't much foundation transferring to the tissue that I blotted with, and it definitely helped a lot. I do have a little piece of paper here right now, so I am going to blot one more time. So this is all of the foundation that just came off. And you can see already there was a dramatic difference in blotting that oil. And then looking up at my face closely, it didn't take much of the foundation off. It still looks really, really good. Now, I have to say, the longer that you wear this, the more it does tend to look like foundation when you're close up on someone. Like to me on camera and my monitor right here, it looks really flawless and great. Like I can continue wearing it for a few more hours. But up close, you can definitely tell that it is foundation. The only difference that I really see between these two foundations is the fact that the formula is different, because the Nars is super watery and light, but it kind of ends up gelling to your skin the exact same way and leaving you with the same finish as the e.l.f. foundation. So pretty much that's all I have to say about these two foundations. I would definitely say if you are someone who wants to save your coins, wants to save your bucks, then go with the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation over the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, because they are essentially the exact same product. I cannot believe this at all. Go and try out this e.l.f. foundation. It's only $6. Let me know what you guys think. And for those of you who have both of these foundations, definitely let me know your thoughts on both of these foundations in the description box below. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you give it a thumbs up and show your girl some love. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. And if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Join the family as always. And until next time, I will see all of you beauties later. Bye.